Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Bead and Chat. I am your hostess with the mostest. I am the chief cook and bottle washer, proud owner, chief artist of Pond's Edge Designs. I'm your girl. Um, yes, this is kind of I'm starting early. Yes, I am. Because I am once again in my bedroom to do this episode of Beat and Chat. As most of y'all know, I am the caregiver to a 92-year-old young mom with a with Alzheimer's, and she sometimes will go into my office and she will not leave. And I knew if I did the show in my office, she would be interrupting it, and I really didn't want any interruptions. So I have retreated into my bedroom. Welcome. um, Projects that are created on Beat and Chat are available in my shop. I have updated the shop today, so visit ponsedgedesigns.net if you are interested in purchasing any of the projects that have been completed on this humble little show. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. I do have a what used to be Twitter account, but I don't use it much. So the best way to reach me if you are interested in anything is, and excuse the bags rustling, is most likely through Instagram. So, that being said, likes are free. Sharing is caring. Please feel free to share with a friend or two or three. For those of you who have been following my health and wellness channel, I will be updating it sometime this week, probably. I've had my fourth out of six chemotherapy treatment. I got two more to go. Um, Hopefully I will be done just before Thanksgiving, so that's going to be interesting. And so we shall see. So anyhow, tonight's episode is going to be relatively short. I still have to catch up on all the gossip that's been going on these YouTube streets. There's just been so much going on. But there's plenty of people out there who have been doing the right, well, doing the thing. So I'm sure y'all will catch up eventually. So anyhow, um, as I hoped, I did go to the New York City Beach show. I went Friday. The original plan was to go today, but the weather here in New York is so awful. I went yesterday instead. I'm glad I did. It was less crowded. The show was Thursday yesterday, and today was the last day of the show. They will be back in March. Um, so I went yesterday, and I masked up. I had my my gloves, my handy dandy white gloves, which really helped because it does help with the slight neuropathy I have in my fingers, mostly to my fingertips now and my thumbs. But the gloves did help. I was able to, look through the beads and touch stuff, and it didn't bother me as much. And I think some of the vendors actually appreciated that I had gloves on. Um, one of them was smiling at me while I was looking through the stuff. And, I said to him, chemo. And he said, yeah, I get it. And so it worked out really well. So tonight I'm just going to show you guys some of the goodies that I got at the show. Um, and it won't take long. I didn't buy as much as I normally do, but I did go over budget as always. So let me sort some things out here real quick. I did get to see Betsy from Beyond Beatery. That was the main person I was going to the show for. Um, okay, here we go. So we're gonna start with some stuff I got. from a vendor. I shop from him every time I go to the New York Beach Show. I stop by his booth and I always get some really cool stuff. I got some really cool black beads. I was hoping that one of the vendors I went to in the spring show would be there, but they weren't. So I got these black beads instead. This year I had planned to use more black. Black is not a color I work with very often, so I picked up those from him. I got these really cool. Um, they're like they're not lapis lazuli because that's really expensive, but these are a really cool. I think they're really cool, like earth tone. Um, oh, hey, Lorraine. Hold on. Oops. Like, hi, Lorraine. Thanks for joining me. I missed the one in Suffolk, so now there's one last one in October, so I'm hoping to make that one. Oh, yeah. See, yeah, that's a little too far for me. And the funny thing about and thanks for coming by. The funny thing about the New York Beach Show, it's a new location. It's Hudson Mercantile, and it's literally 2 blocks from the Javits Center, and Comic-Con was this weekend. So we had people walking around in costume, walking up and down the street right by the right by the beach show. So it was pretty funny. There was no way I was going to Comic-Con. That's way too crowded. Um, but it was fun seeing the people walk around in the in the costume while headed to the beach show. And by the way, I'm using my one of my beaded whatchamacallits to control my phone and stuff, which it is in the shop, by the way. And yeah, I mean it was really cool. It was fun seeing the people in costume walking around on the street. Um, so I got these, which I love these actually. And I got 2 strands of these. These jumped out at me. So I grabbed 2 strands, and I should have grabbed 2 strands of these and I didn't. I sometimes I just don't follow my own advice. I always say if you see something and you know you're going to use it and you really want to use it, grab 2 strands, and of course I only grabbed 1. I grabbed 2 strands of everything else. And then he had these pink ones, and I thought about it, I hesitated, and I didn't grab them. And I woke up this morning and I said I should have grabbed the pink, but I didn't. So, mm, I got some bales, some really cool copper bales. I got, oh my goodness, hold on for me, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so hey V, hey V, how you doing, girl? Yeah, just in time to come back from an interruption. Yeah, folks. She decided to interrupt me. Um, so hey V, I have to catch up. I know you've been posting a whole lot of stuff. Oh Gator, yay. and the ladies are saying hello to each other. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, yes, I'm very happy to see you, V. I gotta catch up. Um, I got some bales, some really cool. I needed these because I've been making stuff and I realized I didn't have any bales. I got these really cool connectors. Whoops. They basically, one end of the bracelet or the necklace goes on one side and then hooks onto the other side. And I got these really cool. These are magnetic clasps, and they're pretty strong too. So I can definitely use those. So I got those, and I regret not buying the pink beads. I'm gonna have to wait till the spring, and hopefully I'll be able to get some. Then I stopped by one of my other favorite vendors, and I picked up. Now here's the fun part. I have to open the bag with my gloves on. Okay, I gotta take my gloves off. I stopped by one of my other favorite vendors, Jane. Well, they used to be called Jane's Fibers and Beads, but now they're just Fiber and Beads. And I got these really cool um Tree of Life pendant things, so I can use them for. I'll probably use them for bracelets. And I saw these really cool, interesting copper beads. I don't know what I'm going to use them for yet, but they looked really good. I couldn't resist. And I picked up some pink purple thread. I'll probably use for loom work because it's fairly thick. Um, I don't know if I'll be able to use it for anything else, but it's really cool. I'll make a bracelet with it. And I grabbed some seed beads, silver, black, and gray, which I knew I was running out of. So I was glad I was able to get some. These back. These are really cool though. I really like these a lot. Let's see. Then I stopped by, and the last vendor I went to, and the one I really wanted to go to, um, put my gloves back on, y'all, was Beyond Beadery. Now, Beyond Beadery, they used to do a lot of the major bead shows, and they would do the one in Philadelphia just about every year. They had a huge booth. Okay, let me get comfy. They had a huge booth. And sometimes they would take up 2 or 3 booths worth of space, and their whole thing was seed beads, teal beads, cabochons, thread, you name it, they had it. And it was husband and wife, and I think she has 2 or 3 daughters. So I'm not sure the exact story, but I think hubby got sick and they were downstairs, ended up downsizing, and she's only doing like certain shows, like 2, 3 shows per year. And of course they don't have the big booth anymore. I have a feeling she's gonna retire soon. The website used to be active, but she's not doing mail order. So um this was the one I really wanted to see because I knew she would have some really cool stuff. So what I ended up getting, I got the seed beads, and she had them already like arranged in like a color palette. So I grabbed this color palette because I knew this particular color palette I knew I didn't have. So I grabbed this set. She packaged them in a set. So I knew I needed some white or pale, so I got that. Um and this is like a very light pink. We have a gold or an orange. I think she calls it golden topaz is what she calls it. And then there was some more like red and purplish color palette. So I grabbed those because these were colors I knew that I knew that um yes, thank you. Yeah, they are. They're very pretty. I can't wait to start using them. Um and the thing is I didn't realize till after I bought them and man, I spent money at her booth. But these are a particular size that I normally don't work with because they're very small. These are what they call size 11, and size 11 beads are usually used for embroidery because they're very small, and it's not a size that I'm accustomed to. So I probably will use them only for embroidery. I do have some stuff, an embroidery piece that I was working on. So I'll probably pick up and finish it. Um, ugh, hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Hang in there a second with me, guys. My thing fell over too, on top of everything else. Okay, I think we're back in business. Anyway, oh, my gloves. Oh, I'll wing it without my gloves. Um, anyhow, so I think Betsy, I have a feeling, and this is just a guess on my part, that she's going to be retiring herself, um, soon, and I think she's pretty much liquidating. Um, but I did get some really cool size. These are size 8, I think, either 8 or 6. Yeah, these are size 8s. These are the size that I usually deal with is a size 8. And I was able to get these purple and gold ones. Yeah, I'll hold them up. So, because I can definitely use these colors. And I'm sorry about the rocking, folks. Let me see if I can get this to stay. I am in my bedroom tonight, so I'm not at my desk. but I did get those. And then I got a whole bunch of Tila beads, all different colors. I got this was a very interesting mix. She calls it Dune, and I love it. So I grabbed a bunch. I actually listened to my own advice and grabbed a couple of packets because I have a lot of base colors already, so I can mix and match. And this particular blue I don't have, but I have a darker blue and I have gray. So I can definitely do some more Tila bead bracelets. And these I absolutely could not resist. Um, they're called Peacock, and they're basically little dagger beads. So I was able to grab a couple of those because I know it's going to be hard to find. And since she's not doing like website orders, I had to grab them while I could. And then last but certainly not least, and you all are watching Bead and Chat. I am your hostess with the mostest. Likes are free, subscribers are always welcome. And I am going to be catching up with the folks who have kind enough to subscribe to me. It's gonna take a while, but but I will get to everybody's channel as soon as I can. What I did get, these beautiful leaves. I know it might be a little tricky to see, but one of them is like a real purple and gold. And then I got these are like a very bright green, yellow, and red. Yeah, especially with at Betsy's booth, I will say I will say I kind of busted my budget at her booth. Um and yeah, they're most likely going to be earrings. And I pretty much busted my budget at her booth, but I knew she wasn't, she hardly does shows anymore, so I figured if I was going to bust my budget, that was the booth I was going to bust my budget at. I spent a pretty penny. And then last but not least, I got a bunch of cabochons. Um, I'm hoping. Yeah, yeah, they're probably gonna be earrings. So when they're ready, we'll chat. We'll chat. Um yeah, and I just didn't follow my own advice. I only bought two of each, and I really should have bought like four of each. But again, I didn't follow my own advice. But I got these really cool um cabochons too. I couldn't resist the peacock. And then this one, and then the hummingbird. The hummingbird was so cute. I couldn't resist the hummingbird. Um, yeah, I was so happy that she had these. These are either going to be like an embroidery piece, so they're either going to end up as a pin, or I'll probably embroider it so that there's a veil and make them into a necklace. Um, and like I said, I should have followed my own advice and bought some more from her, but maybe I'll get lucky and she'll be back in the fall. I mean, in the fall, in the spring, maybe. And then I can get some more. But let me just see, was there anything else? Yeah, no, that was basically my haul this time around. Um I'll show y'all the purple one more time. Everybody's raving about the purple. Hold on. Hold on. I'll show it to y'all one more time. There we go. There we go. And I'll take some pictures and put them on my community page. But yeah, that was my trip to the New York Beach show. Um that's pretty much what I got. And like I said, I didn't follow my own advice. I should have bought extra stuff. But it is what it is. um so I am looking forward to making some stuff. I already started making some things with some other items I had. The store has been updated, so y'all can go visit. And that's it for now. I haven't been able to catch up on the gossip, so I don't have any gossip to talk about tonight. But I am glad that everyone has stopped by. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, V, for stopping by. I appreciate y'all as always. Um, I mean, I'm using my stylist tonight because it works really well. With bringing up the comments and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I kind of got started the other day. Um, so I can't wait to get started with this stuff. And I'm looking forward to getting back into the swing of things more than I have been. But it's a start. This week was a start. I'm glad I went to the show. It was nice to get out of the house for a bit. And like I said at the beginning, it was funny seeing all the Comic-Con participants right around the corner. It was pretty cool, but as a matter of fact. And one of my friends was actually there. She got to see David Tennant from Doctor Who, and she got her picture taken with him. Lucky girl. So yeah, it was a interesting day. And yeah, I'm glad I went to V. Even though it wasn't too long. And you know what the funny thing, well, not funny, but the interesting thing was there was another lady. I was picking out some beads, and there was another lady next to me, and I looked, and she was masked up, and she had on gloves, and I looked, and she didn't have a hat on, and she didn't have much hair on her head either. And we kind of looked at each other, but I didn't want to say anything, because in my business. But we kind of looked at each other and we nodded, like we kind of knew, like, yeah, chemo, yeah, me too, that kind of look that we had. So we shared with each other. So I wasn't the only one trying to get out of the house. So yeah, I'm glad I went. It was a nice little outing. Um, of course I have buyer's remorse. I should have bought more stuff, but I always have buyer's remorse when I go to these beach shows. But um yes, I'm glad I had the gloves, especially because you don't know who's been, oops, sorry, the camera's shaking. Um, you don't know who's been touching what. So yeah, I was glad I had the gloves on. And I was glad I had the mask because the space was smaller than the space the lady that runs the show usually uses. She usually has a bigger space, but for some reason she picked the smaller space. So it was a little more crowded than her previous shows. So I'm glad I had the mask on. I would have worn it anyway. And several of the vendors had their were masked up too. So um it was kind of like not a big surprise to see everybody masked up. And I'm definitely glad I had the gloves. as well. So, and I got the gloves from Amazon if anybody's wondering. I forget the name of the brand, but it's like 6 pairs to a box and they're all cotton gloves. Um so and they're really comfortable and I'm glad I got them and I'm definitely going to keep even after I'm finished with this chemo adventure of life. I'm still going to keep wearing them for bead shows. So cuz they really felt good. So, any hoozle, that's my story for tonight. I am so glad y'all were here. I appreciate everyone that stopped by, either here on YouTube or on Facebook. You can always catch the replay. Um, thank you, V. Um, when I'm feeling up to it, yeah, I'm kind of getting into it because I'm kind of starting to get back into it because, it's driving me crazy. I'm looking at all this stuff and I have these designs in my head and I'm dying to get them out. So I figured a little bit at a time. And considering that I'm being phased out from my I'm being I'm being phased out um from my medical one of my medical building clients is phasing me out temporarily, they said, um, until I'm done with everything and healed up. So I probably will have some more time to be. I probably will have some more time to bead actually coming up. So, it is what it is. But I am feeling a bit better. Um, I am feeling, good. Yeah, I still have the occasional issue, but I'll talk about that on my health and wellness channel. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm glad you ladies were able to come by. I appreciate you as always. Um, so I am going to check on Her Majesty one more time and hopefully be able to lay down and get some sleep myself. But hopefully I'll be back next week. We shall see. And in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay safe, stay dry, stay warm, and stay. Yeah, hey, it is all good. Um, yeah. She is too. We're doing melatonin now. So yeah, it's a whole other thing. But please everyone, if you're watching in the replay, please check out VS Speaks Royally. She is fun, she is fantastic, and tell you all things Harry and Meghan. That's your girl. Um and Lorraine, thank you again for stopping by. I appreciate you. I'll see you on Instagram. And with that being said, folks, have a wonderful night, and I will catch you all on the next one.